Today is the day we're gonna get this done. So I don't know, what is it now, Dad? Like 7 days?
Yep. Almost a week.
Yeah, about a week. I think we actually started this Saturday of last week, so now we're going on the 8th day because today is Sunday. And Kiddo said that she was always bored around here, didn't have stuff to do, so I was like, all right, I got something you can do. Just stacking firewood, looking nice over there, doing good. But now as we're going through and digging, what do we find, Dad? Another root. So this was a big root here that we had already cut out, right? Because it had this big one. Oh man, this thing gave us issues yesterday. We haven't been filming the whole thing, but this other big root that's coming out, if you actually look closely, you can see it goes straight down. So this is going to be the tap root. And I'm pretty sure that all this other stuff is not going to have, if it does have anything going straight down, it's going to be small. This is definitely the biggest root coming off of the tree. Other than like over here, there might be another one over here going down, but this one right here is definitely the biggest. So that's definitely going to be the taproot. And I think if we get that cut, we're going to be golden. So, come follow along. Welcome back to the journey, friends. So yes, like I said, today is today. Got me a fresh haircut. Gladys cut my hair this morning. She's like, no, I don't want to do that. But y'all, I hate having hair up on my ears. I don't like it. So I don't care how long the hair gets up on the top. I just do not like it touching my ears. And then my beard, I don't care how long my beard gets. I just don't like it growing on my neck. So she's able to trim that up, trim up this. And then, I feel so much better. But we're going to get back to this. I'm actually going to take you to go look at something quick that Dad and I did yesterday. Just because we were waiting on the dozer guy. The dozer guy said, oh, we need to reschedule. He had an issue. He actually had to take his machine into the shop. Something to do with the battery systems and yada yada. It almost caught fire, supposedly. So, well, I mean, I believe him whenever he says stuff because he has actually a pretty good reputation around here. Actually, our gravel guy that's going to be bringing the materials, he knows him well. He's like, yeah, he's a good guy. So anyway, let's get you flipped around. We're going to take a walk up the ridge, and then we're going to come back and help Dad pull out this tree. So yeah, obviously, if you are into the whole hunting thing, like we are, obviously, we do enjoy hunting and stuff. And it's actually coming into rifle season here pretty soon. And I wanted to create a new lane, something that, because we do have a lane that we created way on the side of the property that goes all the way up around the ridge. We cleared that last year. I don't know how well that is still clear. I have not checked it out. Maybe we'll go check it out later in the video, and you guys can see what it looks like as I'm looking at it. And then coming up here, I got trash I got to pick up. But anyway, this is a lane that we cleared. So it comes up right here in the center, and this is actually going to be dual purpose. We will actually build stairs here at some point, because up here at the top of the ridge is where we plan on clearing out for our house once everybody else is done, right? All the cabins are done, gathering houses put in. This is where we plan to come in, which the road, right? So the road that we're doing, going to the gathering house, that's going to continue going all the way around. And then it's going to come back up the hill. It's going to curve back up the hill. So as you can see, there's a spot right here where it kind of flattens out. So right in here, it's fairly steep. Not too bad. I mean, less than 45. I would say it's about maybe a 35-degree slope, but still pretty steep. I mean, I know going from where we're at the RV to the top of the hill, is a little over 100 feet in elevation. So it comes up, but right in here, right, it's a little flattened out, a little more than that slope there, and it's a little less than that slope here. And then right in here about that tree, it starts going up again, right? So there's a somewhat flat spot here, not perfectly flat, but this is where we try to bring the road in. So it would come in, circle around, and then come down this flat spot, and then it would go a little bit of ways, and then it would curve back around until it gets up to the top, right? So just to try to minimize having to go straight up, right? So, but yeah, we cleared basically a 6 foot wide path trying to come up through. So basically we did all this yesterday. Did not record not a single bit of it. We just came and did it. Just wanted to get it done. It's one of those things we were waiting, right? Waiting on the dozer guy to come. We're like, all right, well, let's go do this while we're waiting. And then he ended up calling me and he's like, hey, sorry, gonna have to reschedule for next Saturday because yada, yada, yada happened. I was like, all right, not a problem. Which actually works out in our favor because we actually have rain coming, and it's been so dry around here that anytime that you're coming in with equipment, dozers, backhoes, any of that stuff, whenever it's so dry, it makes it really hard to scrape the ground and just to get material moved around, right? So whenever it's wet, and that's what I've been doing, I've been wetting it down with the sprinkler to kind of help with compaction, help with getting stuff moved around. But we actually have rain coming. So finally, you know, it's been a couple months, so we actually have rain coming here like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then he'll come work Saturday. He's like, yeah, even if it's wet on the top, he's like, that'll be easy to move around. That's actually going to benefit me. I'm like, all right, cool. So, plus it'll also help with compaction. So we're going to bring in a couple loads of material. I might have to do up to 4 loads maybe. And then just depending, I know 2 minimum. And then with that, more rain is going to be coming, and that'll also help compact everything down. So yay for rain. And as we were coming up, so actually let me get you flipped back around again. As we were coming up the hill, I had actually noticed there's a trail right here. I don't know, you might be able to see it, but it kind of goes right here. And this is actually a game trail, and then it goes basically to that tree, and then it does split. One goes that way, one goes that way. There's a lot of leaves on it right now, so it's kind of hard to see once it gets further that way. And then going this way, right, it just follows right here and goes all the way down. So that, I need to get a camera up here at some point so I can actually see what's coming through here. I know it's deer because I've already seen scat in this area, right? So yeah, I was happy about that. So I'll get a camera up here, that way I can kind of keep track of that. But I'm going to utilize this as a hunting lane, and just depending on which way the wind is blowing, I'll either come up here and sit looking down. And that's one of the reasons too, whenever we're doing this, so where I'm aiming right now is the pond. So as long as I know that no one's going to be coming through, plus there's so many trees, obviously if I was to shoot, the chances of a bullet getting all the way down to like the road, if someone was going to be down there, is like slim to none. But that opportunity is still there. So anytime that I'd be hunting, right, because the house is that way, the RV and the shed room is that way, I would be aiming this way, right? And that's the reason why we kind of did it like that, was to make sure that we're not aiming towards the buildings, the structures, and that up until, you know, between sunrise and 9 o'clock, no one goes down the driveway. So we've already discussed that, but continue coming up. And up here, a lot of this was already, you know, cleared out. It's already, you know, obviously getting to that season, that stuff's dying out under underbrush, but still a lot of this is already fairly clear. And you can almost see the top of the ridge of where we're at. So going that direction, which is east, because right now we're kind of walking, so that way is south, right? So going this way is southeast. So once we get up into here is basically where we stopped, right? Because at this point, come back here, we've been trying to get most of this to be a straight line. So it's a nice, long, you know, view going down. That tree right here is where the path goes through of the game trail. And then through here, a little hard to see, but there's another trail that's going across that way that I've seen. A couple of hook bushes over there, some rubs, so I know bucks are here. And then going up through this way, eventually it leads up to a somewhat clearing. But I don't know if you can see from here, but it's kind of hard to see. I'm trying to see if I can point it out on camera. So you got a tree right here, and then there's another big tree behind it. It's kind of hard to see. But that area up there is like a little clearing, and that's where the house and everything, the pad of where we would start clearing out would be up there. So yeah. And this right here is the tree that I marked. So it also has a very nice burl down here at the bottom. But yeah, so this would actually be the front left corner of the land that we're going to clear up here. So I'm using this as a marker, and then it would go that way, basically pretty east to northeast, I guess, in that direction. And I don't know, you can tell, I mean, it's fairly flat. I mean, it's not perfectly flat, but obviously we'd come in and be able to move, you know, materials pushing it basically from that side this way. Okay. And I've already looked on the map too, and it kind of coincides of exactly where I wanted to put it with elevation, right? So we were able to come up here and look, and then it would go back that way. You know, we clear probably not quite to our fence line because it's quite a ways, which I don't know, we probably even could. And then going that direction, it eventually on the back corner, it does start to slope back down because it gets into a nice little valley. And we've been hunting and stuff back there a few times. And I don't know if I can actually see it from here, but that's why I love this time of year, is being able to get into your woods and just go look around, and you don't have to worry too much about bugs. I mean, the stuff's still here. Here's another game trail right here. I can see they walk through and they go that way. So yeah, really nice. And that's why, you know, if I came and sat up at there at the top, I'd be able to see, which I've came through here last year with hunting, because I do remember some of the stuff that's here. And I do know that there were signs of bucks, which, see if we can't find some of those hook bushes and rubs, because like I said, I walked through here yesterday. I don't remember 100%. I didn't mark them on my map of where they were. But kind of coming through here. And then obviously this spot, you know, it starts getting into a few of the pines, right? Because there's a lot of pine needles, and that actually suppresses a lot of weeds. But a lot of these pines, these loblolly pines would all be coming down anyway, because that's what I'm wanting to use for building the blacksmith shop. So it's a win-win, because I got to clear this land for our home use, right? So that's why I'm glad that there's some pines here that would need to come down. A lot of stuff that's up here, right? Because this is the big clearing that I've seen before whenever I've put the drone up, and I've seen that there was pine. I was like, well, that's a good spot because it's cleared and all that stuff has to come out anyway. All this little tiny pine, right? Obviously you can't do anything with it. It needs to be up, you know, at least a 10-inch log to really do anything with it. But all of this would be, you know, open and cleared out for our house. So coming up over here, see, it gets into a nice little opening. So going from that tree that we saw the first time, we would probably end up coming, you know, well in to about here, maybe. Probably a little more than 100 feet. I would have to get up here and actually measure stuff out. But it's definitely going to be coming up into this area, you know, and from where I'm standing, it's like dead flat, right? But be able to come in and clear out some of this underbrush, because once it gets to here, I can start to see that it's where that tree is fallen. It's actually starting to go back downhill. So, which I would like to have that cleared, a lot of this stuff cleared, you know, to kind of see that view from the area that we're going to clear out. Yep. But a lot of this stuff, it's all just real small, tiny growth, right? All this stuff's only been here. A lot of this stuff like this, you know, is only like a year or two old. So all of this would have just been wide open. Like even some of this stuff in here, I mean, most of that is less than 5 years old. Right? So yeah, that's what we've been doing. But now I'm not too worried about this. I got the lane opened up for hunting, and you know, that was one of the biggest things that we wanted to do, was get that done before rifle season, and then also been able to get up here and just walk the property and look and see, hey, what am I wanting to do? And even though this isn't a high priority, right? Because obviously the high priority is getting the gathering house, getting the cabins done. But still planning for the future of what we're wanting to do here, right? This is all that we're in planning phase for our stuff, right? All the planning stuff is done on mom and dad's cabin, on mom and grandma's cabin, right? All that planning stuff we had already done a couple years ago. So all those things are pretty much finalized, right? So we don't need to worry about that. It's just getting it done, and that's what we're doing right now, right? We're getting the gathering house first, and then once the gathering house is done, getting up and finishing mom and dad's cabin. But then also kind of at the same time, we will be overlapping their cabin along with mom and grandma's cabin. Now, with that, I'm actually, between Gladys and I, we're having to throw a little bit more funds towards mom and dad, just because they don't make as much money as my mom and grandma, right? So we're helping them out a lot more with getting their stuff done. And then once theirs is done, right, and obviously still been able to throw funds at my mom and grandma, and then whatever that they can match, you know, too. We're going to be doing both those projects at the same time. So, all right. Well, now I got to get back to where the trail was, because there it is. Sometimes I walk too far and I'm like, where did I go? Because eventually we are going to get this trail that we were working on cleared all the way to that tree, right? So boom, now I'm back on the trail. So we will eventually get that all the way to where I marked that tree, but probably not today, because today we're gonna get that stump out. So let me get back down the hill, let me go help out Dad, and persistence, right? That's all it takes. Sometimes you just take it one day at a time and work with the tools you got, and don't give up on your dream. That's it. All right, see you back down the hill. Man, I know one thing. I need some new boots. Like, I've already broke through these, and Dad, same thing. He his work boots are done, and he's now in tennis shoes, and these things are just about worn out. They've been great. They've been awesome. We actually have the link for these down in the description. Oh man, they were awesome, but I've just worn them every single day, and now they're wore out, and we need new sets of work boots. So at some point, at some point. All right, see you back down the hill. Put the bar where you want it and I'll hit it. It's trying not to block the camera. Right here. I'll move you guys because Dad likes getting his butt right in the camera.
Right there. Right there. Woo!
Really?
Really? Yeah.
Sorry, can't have anything nice.
La pegó y pa. Okay.
Looking that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fine right there.
Okay, well, I think we've pulled out enough. I didn't get cut through all the way. And I guess I should be pointing you guys so you can see what I was talking about. Then I did not get cut all the way through that last one, but we're gonna give it a shot. So I get you all set up over here off to the side. Got the generator turned off so it's not loud on your ears. All right, let's give it a go.
Nothing.
Sure is a stubborn old gal. Did we already cut this one right here all the way through?
Yes, I think it,
This one?
yes. Yes, I can. Little.
Gotta dig a little deeper.
Yep. Yep.
Tired of digging.
Yep.
Tired of digging. Okay, so with this one, I think what Dad actually brought up was let's try switching different directions. So this whole time we've been trying to pull it that way. Obviously, if you come over here and look, even though we've cut it, this is another very big root right here. And I mean, obviously it's not going to stop it from moving, but we're actually going to try pulling it from different directions. So this is the next nearest tree that we can go here that pull it at a 90 degrees different than where we're at. And if that doesn't work, we also have a cedar back here that we can go to. Obviously we'd have to move the water tote. But let's go ahead and get all this moved around. I'm gonna slack this off. I'm gonna get that chain moved over to this tree. And then let's give it a go again. Struggle was real, but we got it. And with moving it closer, right, I actually have enough rope now that we could do 4 pulleys. So now we got 2 pulleys this side, 2 pulleys this side. It's anchored to the tree and then anchored back at that stump over there. So now we're pulling with even more force than before. So let's see what happens. Okay, well, I think Dad and I are calling it quits for today. I mean, here it is. It's past 5:30. We didn't even do our live today. We've been out here digging in this. But regardless, I'm trying to get this done because we have rain coming. And yes, the dozer guy is coming next weekend. But I'm trying to get this done before the rain. And he's not going to be here till Saturday. Where it's probably at the point now that he probably could push it out. But we got rain coming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which will be good for the dozer guy. Not so good for us trying to get a stump out of the ground. So anyway, I guess we'll see you in the morning. All right, here we are into a new day. It's gonna be a little on the breezy side. You see all the leaves and man, with having to move the RV forward more than what we wanted, because originally for the RV extension cord that we got from a company, we're supposed to be getting 2 of them. We only got 1, and with that being said, we had to move the RV up some, so you can see this tree right here. Now we're parked underneath of it instead of being back. So the front of the RV was supposed to be more like right in here area. It would only have been underneath the tree just a little bit, but in the back of the RV would have been, you know, way back here past the pole of where we have our cell tower booster. But yeah, so now we keep hearing all of the acorns falling down, bouncing off the ground, bouncing off the top of the RV. You can see, like, so it kind of feels like we're in a hailstorm sometimes, especially whenever the wind gets going. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here to continue on, I think, day 9 now, something like that, of trying to get this stump out. So let's get over there and let's get busy.
Okay, take another ball. Right here. Here. I try to right there now.
Max. How you doing, Max? Max out here with all those ladies. But back from the store, got some fresh gas in the Ford. Got some fresh blades for the Sawzall. And it's cutting like butter. So there's Wee Man. He's kind of getting a hold of the flock life. Normally separated, but unfortunately I left the key on, drained the battery, so now I'm needing to charge it. Yeah, it happens.
This one's already cut through, the one that your hand's on? You said that you wanted to recut.
Yeah. Now it.
I think I can have one. We probably try pulling it again. You already eat that?
No. You eat?
No.
Right.
Lunchtime.
You know what?
It's still under tension.
No, but he's moving. You know what? Come, look at here. Look at here. You see it? Feel it. The brake, you see almost all the way when you cut it. When you cut it, you don't see that. You see it on here.
Yeah.
But it's already open like this.
Yeah, I think after that one, It's opening? Finally. Finally coming up. Ooh, yeah. Looking good, looking good. Into a big old hole. It's all right. The biggest reason why I wanted to get this out is because a lot of this ground right here, we're actually going to try to scrape down with the dozer. So I couldn't just flush it to the ground. I mean, he's probably already going to start dealing with some of these roots, right? Like there. Whenever he starts getting in to scraping some of the stuff, obviously some of the bigger rocks that is right around in here as well. But he said that he'll try to scrape this down as much as he can. And that's all that we asked for. And also be able to refill this back in. Whew, might have to refill it in with some of the big rocks and then cover it up with dirt. But, oh, that's so glorious to see that starting to lift up. All right, so we got the tractor fired up. I think what we're gonna do is Dad's over there, he's slacking off now because we're running out of space so we can use the come along. We've already pulled the come along that its full capabilities. Right now it's very, very loose, so it's actually pulling really easily even with come along. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the tractor over. We're gonna go ahead and attach the rope to the tractor, and then I'll pull the tractor out that way. We'll continue to pull out of the hole because we do think that there's one more root still attached over here on this side, but I'm not going to know that because I think there's still like right down in here. So we're going to tip it up the best we can and then see if we can't cut it from the bottom. And tractor just died. So yeah, but yep, that's the plan. That's what we're gonna do. I just gotta keep the tractor running. Okay, think we got the tractor going. So let's get this thing all the way out of the hole, shall we?
Hey! Up! Wow! Hey! I told you!
I told you. And that Dad's favorite line. I told
you!
I told you. See? I told you.
But you see, he made it.
I'm gonna make a t-shirt, Dad.
Yes.
It's gonna be the Louis special.
I told you.
And it's gonna stay on there. I told you. All right, so Dad's finishing up the rigging here. So now we actually have it tied off to this tree over here. So what we're gonna do, and it's basically a 2-to-1. It shouldn't be too bad, but we're gonna go ahead and try to pull it out this way and just have it sitting next to this one. Hopefully the chains don't slip off like it did pulling it the other direction, but now I need to move the tractor. So yeah, let's get this thing scooted out the hole.
right there. It's loose, so you don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
We put a rope right there, and put it that side, and this one's gonna be right there. Yeah. You'll be able to go it that way, okay? We need another chain.
Another.
Chain, yeah, to put the tractor right here, and we don't need to have another chain over here.
Let me grab the Jeep.
Yeah.
So what Dad is saying, so we're gonna go grab the Jeep, he's gonna grab the other chain. So we have this root right here, nothing's attached, right? So everything is cut, but because those roots are sticking down, it's hanging up on the edge of the hole. So we need to rotate. So this side of the log right here is facing down, and then I'll be able to pull it basically out of the hole. So we're gonna attach the chain to here, come over the top. I'm gonna pull it that way with the Jeep, and then we'll be able to finish pulling it out.
Right there, goes right there, the other.
I think it's fine the way it's tied up. It's just that tractor has
No power.
no power. Even though it's because it's gas engine, so it's only like a 14 horsepower tractor. And just like that, the big old pine stump is out of the ground. Root ball, everything. I think we're going on 9 or 10 days. I want to say 9. Yeah, so today is the 9th day. So not a full 9 days, but pretty close to it. Because we would start roughly, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, go till 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. And then now we got a big old hole in the ground. So I think I'm gonna save that for the dozer guy to fill back in. We set out what we set out to do, and that's to get this thing out of the way of the driveway area so they can bring the house in. All this other stuff, we'll deal with that at some other point in the distant future. But yeah, we definitely thank you guys for following in on our journey and sticking with us while we're getting this thing out. And now, I guess we go on to other projects until the dozer guy can get here. So we're going to kind of wrap this one up for now. So we definitely thank y'all for joining in. Like I said, you got another video that you can check out here. You got the entire year's playlist if you want to stick around this crazy journey just a little bit longer. Icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel. Go check it out. And then last but not least, always get out there, thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, which is coming up, and we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.